A little while ago I made a video about all the Jabba the Hutt plushes that have been made since 1983, and I promised at the end of that video that I'd make another one showing some of the handmade items that I have in my collection. Actually, I did want to show you one more plush, commercial plush first, and that is this one here from Takara Tomy in Japan. It came out since I made that video, actually, very recently. And it is part of their beans collection, which is a little bit of a weird name, but it's basically because it's got some sort of bean-like items, filling in there in the bottom. And it's pretty cute. It's only available in Japan, as I mentioned, so you sort of have to import it somehow. I got it on eBay. If you want it, it's a part of a line of about 8, I believe. I'll put up a picture of the items in the collection, but they're all pretty cute. Little pricey, even in Japan, I think, but not bad. This one, the face reminds me a little bit more of a Disney character somehow. I mean, I suppose that's appropriate given the relationship between Disney and Star Wars now. But yeah, I mean, not my favorite, but certainly an interesting one, and one I'd like to have in my collection. It comes with this tag here with some interesting facts about Jabba the Hutt. It says that he was from Nal Hutta, which is very correct. His length is 3.9 meters, and he appears in episodes 1, 4, 6, and the Clone Wars. So there you go. Before I forget about it, one other item that we just heard about in the last day or two are the Star Wars TsumTsums from Disney. These are these little stackable plushes that come in a variety of character designs, including a Jabba. So those should be coming in the next month or two. So here we have the first of the handmade items I'm going to be showing you today. This is actually a crocheted Jabba that I got from an Etsy seller, if I recall correctly. And it's very simple, pretty small. Basically just the crocheted body and arms, a little mouth, and a couple of sort of reddish eyes stuck on there. It's not bad. However, I much prefer this one here. This is also crocheted, but he's quite a bit bigger. He's got more detail, a couple of different colors, just a sort of a very firm body on this guy. And it looks a little bit like he's wearing a turtleneck sweater there, but I really like this. And one reason I like it so much, I think, is that I have a number of sort of companion pieces for it. Most of these were made by the same person. This is Princess Leia, obviously, Slave Leia. Look at that. A lot of detail on this. I have no idea how to go about making something like this myself. We have Salacious Crumb. How cute is that? Oh. And I even have Max Rebo, complete with his piano, which is a little difficult to get on screen here, but it's really well done. Look at that. I'm very impressed with these. This one I got from an Etsy seller a few years ago, and I got it, well, partially because I think it looks a lot like what a Jabba the Hutt voodoo doll would look like. Just sort of very crude, almost, intentionally crude, but kind of cute too. They called it a pocket hut. This is a needle-felted Jabba the Hutt. Now, if you're not familiar with needle felting, it is a process where you take just sort of raw wool and a special needle, and you sort of stab the wool until it forms very sort of dense, clumps of wool, not unlike a very dense, drier lint ball or something like that. And you can make just amazing stuff with this. What she's done, the artist here, it's all done with wool. The only thing she's done, she's added a little paint to help, define it. That's what the green is, and the eyes. But very impressive work there. This fellow looks like he's been smoking a little too much of whatever Jabba has in his hookah pipe, but this was also a commission that I did from someone on Etsy, and he's made a very round-looking Jabba. It's very, very interesting shape here, and he's got an open mouth and tongue, as you can see. Very dense feeling. I just find this one pretty hilarious. And finally, we have this gigantic one, which I also had commissioned by an artist, and it was not expensive at all. This one is easily the largest that I have. In fact, the Salacious Crumb Star Wars Buddies is just about the right size to go with him. It's just kind of a fun little piece. You can use them almost as a pillow. One final handmade Jabba is this one that my son made for me, and it is made of felt, and well, the throne here, of course, has been sewn together. He's been sewn together with some details glued on, and I think he did a great job. You can take him off the throne if you want. I have him with a little paper clip so he'll stay up, but yeah, this is one of my favorites. I'd also like to look at a couple of things that are related to Jabba, but not Jabba plushes. This one is, of course, Max Rebo, and this was a Celebration exclusive from Underground Toys from 2015. And like their Jabba figure, it also talks, although it doesn't really talk. It's, you know, Max Rebo had no lines, so it plays Lapti Neck. So yeah, there's that. It's a pretty nice little plush, actually, although it would have been nice if he could come out of this instead of being permanently attached. But otherwise, good. One other one I'd like to show you is this Rancor. Rancor! This is from Comic Images. And when they originally announced this, they showed a picture that looked really kind of weird. Looked like the Rancor's slow cousin or something. Thankfully, the actual product is much better. It looks like the Rancor, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the only plush Rancor that has been made. Should still be available, I think. This was, I believe, released in 2014. Here we have all of the Jabba plushes together. I could barely get them all in the frame, and I couldn't even begin to get all of the non-Jabba characters in here. It looks like quite a bit, and it is, but you have to remember that about half of these are handmade items, one-of-a-kind things, and other ones are actually dog toys and not plushes at all. So the actual number of Jabba plushes is still relatively small. Still, it's a lot more than we had just a few years ago. Which one of these is your favorite? I'd also like to know if I forgot any. Are there any Jabba plushes that I don't know about and I didn't include in the video? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.